to introduce legislation to ban the glass and steel skyscrapers that have contributed so much to global warming. They have no place in our city or on our earth anymore. If a company wants to build a big skyscraper, they can use a lot of glass if they do all the other things needed to reduce the emissions. But putting up monuments to themselves that harmed our earth and threatened our future, that will no longer be allowed in New York City.
I mean, what is he talking about? Mayor Bill de Blasio touting his plan for New York City's version of the Green New Deal. New York Post out with a warning blasting the mayor for sending us back to the Stone Age. Joining us now to discuss this further is James Freeman of the Wall Street Journal. He is also a Fox News contributor. So, James, be not fooled. Like usual, Mayor Bill de Blasio is full of hot air and all kinds of other garbage. He keeps talking about how he's going to ban these steel and glass buildings, which are all the rage right now in New York. But if you look closely at it, he's not banning them. He's just telling them he's going to fine them for building the buildings. So once again, he's trying to raise revenue by pretending to be about the environment, just like the congestion tax, saying, oh, this is about congestion. No, it's about the fact that people in New York are so overtaxed, everyone's left, and they're falling short on revenue. And instead of cutting their spending ways, they're dreaming up new ways to collect revenue. This ban is just a way to fine builders in New York City.
Yeah, it's a good plan for everyone who thinks it's not expensive enough to build in New York City. And I think it has other benefits. He obviously wants to get into the presidential mix. He's been out to Iowa. He wants to go back. And the bar has been set very high if you want to show that you're an environmental extremist. Obviously, all those Senate candidates running for president have backed the federal Green New Deal. Turn the economy upside down, up to $90 trillion in spending over 10 years. So I think he sees this as a way to define himself as even more progressive, to use the term, than the other candidates in the race.
But what it does is it defines him as an idiot. Because when you look at the buildings that are glass and steel, for example, the Bank of America Tower on 42nd Street, it is platinum LEED certified.
Yes.
Which means that they have done everything in the world to reduce their emissions and their carbon footprint and all that kind of stuff. I live in a building like that. It's painful. I mean, the water flow is low. The elevators are organized. There's all kinds of things going on to save energy everywhere. Still, they say that building would face a $2.5 million fine right away. And they're not even banning the new construction. They're just collecting more revenue and trying to target the wealthy, or these building developers or these new buildings, thinking no one's going to stand up for them because everybody hates rich people.
Yeah, that's all true.
Especially the part about him being an idiot, right? I mean, you agree with that?
We should give people the background. Also, for the leading edge of environmentalism, windows are bad because they allow heat to escape during the winter and come in during the summer, makes it harder to cool. I think, as you mentioned, what Mr. de Blasio may not have been familiar with, and that's why he kind of changed the details after the announcement, was that these towers often seek these green seals of approval. So the ones that are new, that have the big glass and steel structure, which all the customers want, also tend to have highly, highly efficient heating and cooling systems to offset the fact that they like to have windows, which many people do.
Yeah, there you go. James, all right, thank you. We solved that one.
Good. Thanks,
I hope
Melissa.
he was watching.